Right, welcome to the first episode of the Dragon Siege series. We will only be going through the user interface because there's a lot of buttons and it can get confusing first time around. So we'll be going through four major things. We're going through the top left, top right, and bottom right. So we're going to start with the top left. Top left we have Lord Info. In Lord Info we find 5 different categories: My Info, Nobility, Equipment, Lord Stats, and Buff Stats. First we're going to go through My Info. In My Info you can change your profile picture. Just click on the profile picture. You can choose which avatar you want here, or alternatively you can use a custom portrait and just pick from your gallery or use your camera, whatever you want to do. And then you can also change your name. Your name is right here. Just click on the button next to it and you can change it for 1,000 gold. Next, it's your Lord level. You can view your Lord level right here. We'll go into later detail about what that does. Below the Lord level we have your siege points, and then below that we have 4 different buttons. Now the first button is used for changing your village skin. The second button is to change your account. The third button is for the apprentice program, and the fourth button is your settings in general. This is where you can collect coupons, report things. Just go through this and you'll see a whole lot of information here. So that's it for My Info. Up next we have Nobility. Nobility, you can claim daily rewards here, and it's got a couple of missions here for you to raise your nobility. My nobility is quite high now, but when you start the game you start all the way down here. Up next we have Lord Equipment. Now this is where things get a bit more exciting, but we will be going through all these things later on in detail in more episodes. But for today all you need to know is that there's 4 different types of Lord Equipment: Craftsman set, Judgment set, Protection set, and War set. That's all you need to know for today. And then we have Lord Traits. You pick which traits you want. There's 4 different types of traits. There's War, Craft, Production, and Growth. So each trait has its own sub traits. See how this one has 4 sub traits, and then this one only has 3, this one only has 2, and then this one has 3. And then within each trait there's all these small missions you have to accomplish. So we'll go into detail about all this stuff later on in more episodes. And then we have Buff Stats. This is really simple. This is just where you see your stats in your village and how things are going. This is for the nerds who like numbers and stuff. Moving on, we have the bottom left. In the bottom left we're going to be going through 4 things: missions, combat power, communication box, and the search bar. Let's start with the missions. You access them on this book right here. Up here you see your season missions, your daily missions, your achievements, and your civilian quests. Moving on, we have combat power. When people gain achievements through the game, when their combat power increases, you get gold for that as well. So you just come up here and collect it. This is a very good way to get gold. This is probably going to be your main source of gold collection, so make sure that you collect it every single day. Don't let it expire. Moving on, we have the communication box. This is very important because this is where you communicate with your team. There's 4 different types of chats. We've got server chat, kingdom chat, language chat, and then we've got private chats right here. After that we have the search bar. You won't be able to see the search bar when you're still inside your village, so you have to go outside your village, then you'll see the search bar right here. Just click on the search bar and then you'll be able to see all different types of entities on the map. You'll be able to see the undead, field boss, undead army, any habitats, and collection sites. You can find all different types of resources in here. Up next we have top right. In the top right we have our currencies. There's 3 currencies at the top here, but there is more currencies in the game, but these are the ones that matter the most. Everything else is just sub currencies that don't really matter as much. So we have silver, we have gold, and we have gems. The most likely way for you to get gems is through spending real money, or alternatively you could get them by selling stuff at the market, but we will be going through all these things later on. Moving forward, we have the event center. This is one of the most important places in the game because this is where you find all the good events. This is where you get good rewards. After that, we have the YouTube channel next to it. And then underneath all that, we have deployments. As you can see here, we have 4 deployments. This is the maximum deployments you can deploy. Although we do have 5 armies, we have swords, archers, spears, horses, and sea. There's 5 armies, but there is only 4 deployment slots. So you can just deploy your soldiers just like that, and they will leave your territory. Just that. So once you reach 4, you can no longer deploy anymore. And that's all you can do. Up next, we have the bottom right. Now this is where things get a bit more interesting. We're going to be going through a lot of things here. We're going to be going through the arena, crafting log, building center, map, knights, inventory, messages, kingdom, ranking, and the map. So put your seatbelt on. First, we have the arena. In the arena, this is where you take your knights and you use them to battle other people's knights in the arena, and you win very handsome rewards right here. And then we have the crafting log. Crafting log, this is another extensive part of the game which will go further into detail. As you can see, all of these categories have subcategories in between them, so this is a whole episode on its own. And then after that, we have the building center. This is where you make you see all these buildings here. To build all that, you have to come right here. And then after that, we have the server map. If you click this button, it will take you to the server map, and you can see all the territories in the map, see how everybody's doing, see what's going on. While you're here, 2 more buttons will pop up. You will see this one, which will allow you to transfer to different regions within the map and see other regions in different maps. And then this one will show you the server history, how the server's been going, how the server's been progressing since the server started. And then after that, we have this is where you view all your knights, upgrade your knights, anything to do with knights, you will find it here. After that, we have your inventory. This is where you'll find all your goodies, everything you conquer and win, you'll find it here. Up next, we have the messages. I don't really need to explain this, it's just messages really. After that, we have the kingdom button. In the kingdom button, a lot goes on. As you can see, there's all different types of categories. This will be a whole different episode on its own, but that is where the kingdom button is. And then up next, we have the server ranking. This is the different types of achievements different people have, different types of titles they have. And then this is the kingdom ranking as well. And then we have the small map button. This will take you to the small map where you can look around and see what's happening in your area. Alright, and that's about it for all the buttons. Now you're familiar with what they all do and what every button does. In the next episode, we will be going into further detail about certain aspects of the game. But for today, that's it from me, guys. Catch you on the next one.